Hey guys, what's up? 98 Sports Talk here. And in this video, I want you guys to comment down below and let me know who you guys think is going to be the best new head coach in the SEC. And we've got 5 new coaches this season. You got Chad Morris over in Arkansas, Joe Moorhead, Mississippi State, Dan Mullen over at Florida, Jeromy Pruitt at Tennessee, and of course, Jimbo, Mr. Big Bucks, Jimbo Fisher over at Texas A&M. So let me know who you guys think is going to be, the best new hire for, for one of those schools. But, let me get into my thoughts on each one real quick. Chad Morris at Arkansas for me, I don't see this one happening. I think he'll be done in 2 to 3 years. Arkansas is, the program's really down right now. Brett Bielema just absolutely killed that program. And I think what you need, you need a bigger name, not necessarily a bigger name, but you just need a coach that people know. And really, you've got to get that program back to respectability first before you can look at hiring, somebody. I really do think they just need kind of that stopgap coach that can get Arkansas back to, somewhere around 7-5, 8-4, and then maybe try to make a big splash with a hire, maybe a younger coach, something like that, to take them to the next level. But I don't see Chad Morris working out. If there's any Arkansas fans checking this video out, let me know what you think on that. Maybe, if you think I'm wrong. Next, I'm going to talk about Joe Moorhead over at Mississippi State. This, Joe Moorhead comes from Penn State, but nobody really, I don't think anybody really knows him around the Southeast. So I question whether or not he can get the job done there. He was the highest kind of assistant out there, the highest ranked assistant, according to a source that I saw. So, he's is he qualified? Sure. Does Mississippi State have a lot of players coming back? They do. So can Joe Moorhead kind of get something going based off the, talent that Dan Mullen have brought in? Maybe. Do I think he's the guy, long term? I don't. I think you'll see Mississippi State take a downturn. Maybe they have a good season this year, but I don't really think that he's a long-term answer there. Again, might be wrong. Let me know what you guys think. Next, let's talk about Jimbo Fisher at A&M. Obviously, he was probably the biggest hire this year. He certainly got paid the most money. He basically just cut bait at FSU and said, see ya. So what do I think he's going to do at Texas A&M? I do think he's going to have Texas A&M in the conversation. He's already got a really good recruiting class, cooking up for the class of 2019. We'll see if those guys do end up signing there. I do think he's going to have a top 10 class. So, he could have a little momentum there. Obviously, he brings, a big name, and, he's got a big state to recruit in. So I think Jimbo Fisher could, do some big things at A&M. Will he? I don't know. I don't have all the answers, but I think that's a good hire by A&M for sure. Next, let's take a look at Dan Mullen down in Florida. Obviously, he's coming over from Mississippi State. I think Dan Mullen's a really good coach, but I just don't see him as being that, that superstar coach. I could be wrong. He's definitely going to bring in some talent down at Florida, no doubt about it. He's definitely going to raise the, the level of that program where, it was kind of it wasn't a dumpster fire under McElwain, but it certainly wasn't where Florida fans expect that program to be. And I do expect Mullen to, raise the level of the program, like I said. But will he get, is he that coach to get the Gators over the top and bring it national championships back to Gainesville? I don't think he is. I could be wrong. I'm not saying that he can't do it. I just don't see him, with that personality. I just think he's a little bit of a stretch. I think personality-wise at Florida. Again, Dan Mullen is a really solid coach. I just think he should have stayed at Mississippi State. I think he's going to fall short of expectations at Florida. And, who knows, maybe he'll be there. I'm guessing maybe for 5 years before, because I just don't see Dan Mullen bringing a championship to Florida there. Especially with what you got going on now at Georgia, and you've got to compete with Bama as well for an SEC championship. I think it's going to be tough. But let me know what you guys think, Florida fans. last coach is Jeromy Pruitt up at Tennessee. My thoughts on Jeromy Pruitt, I think this could be a really good hire for Tennessee, and the reason is he's obviously a very good defensive coach. So what I think is going to happen up at Tennessee, I think you're going to see, Tennessee has been a complete dumpster fire. I think you're going to see Tennessee, doing kind of similar things that you see, at Georgia and Alabama. Those teams, they come out and they know their assignments, and they play like, a team that you want to see playing out there. They're not going to make mistakes. They're not going to show up there unprepared. They're not going to show up unmotivated. That's just kind of what I think you're going to get from a Jeromy Pruitt team. All those things that you really want to see. They're going to be motivated. They're going to play hard, and they're going to know what they should be doing on the field. Now, of course, Jeromy Pruitt doesn't have any head coaching experience, so you guys could debate me on this one and say, how do you know what he's going to do? I mean, and maybe there's some truth to that, but I can tell you what I've seen so far. What I saw, for what he did at Georgia as a defensive coordinator, Georgia's defense was really good under Jeromy Pruitt. What did he do at Alabama? Alabama's defense was really good for the year that he had them there last season at Alabama. So I don't expect anything less from Jeromy Pruitt. I think we'll see a really good defense at Tennessee under Jeromy Pruitt. Now, is it going to happen this coming year in 2018? Probably not, just because I'm not sure how much talent they have there. But the other thing about Jeromy Pruitt is he's a very good recruiter, and so I think you're going to see Tennessee make strides. Obviously that's going to take a year or two, maybe even 3 years up at Tennessee, just because again they've got a lack of talent up there. Butch Jones was really a disaster for that program. But I think eventually, I do think Jeromy Pruitt's going to prove out to be the best new hire. So kudos to Phil Fulmer, and we'll see. But let me know what you guys think about this. So I think Jeromy Pruitt is the best new hire out of these 5 coaches that we see in the SEC this season. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Smash that subscribe button. I'm trying to build up this SEC community, and I'll see you guys in the next video.